Here's a 3-minute guide to the basics of mortgages. My name is Kent Cockrum, and for the past 35 years, I've helped people get a mortgage to buy or refinance their home. So here we go. Here's a brief 101 level course. What is a mortgage? A mortgage is a contract, a set of rules between someone who's buying a home and a lender. And that's it. The rules can be set in many ways, and we'll talk about those rules in a moment. But first, here are some of the terms that you'll hear when people talk about mortgages. How much is the money going to cost? That's the interest rate. How soon does the money have to be paid back? That's the term. How much will it cost to set up the agreement? Those are closing costs. Before someone will lend, they need some reassurances. So here are some questions that a lender might ask you. How much money do you have? Those are your assets. And how much money do you make? That's your income. Have you made your payments on time in the past? Very important. That's your credit history. And how much is the house worth that you're buying? That's the value. And it's usually determined by an appraisal. All of those areas have to be checked out before a lender will lend you money. And checking everything out takes time, and that time and work is called the mortgage process. Now, getting back to mortgages as contracts, there are lots of rules, like when the payments are due, where you pay them, your responsibility to maintain the property, to keep it insured, to pay taxes, whether or not you can rent the property out. For instance, can you buy a house and turn it into an Airbnb? The mortgage agreement will spell that out. Can you pay the loan off early? Is there a penalty if you do? And what happens if you don't make the payments at all? Those are the main elements of a mortgage agreement. And these are just basics. If you are considering taking out a mortgage, contact a local real estate attorney. Get some advice before you sign any documents. On to the mortgage process. The next thing you do is apply for the loan, which means providing lots of information about your addresses, your job history, your credit, and your assets. All of that information is put together during the mortgage process. And then a live person, usually, looks it over. Once they look over your information, the underwriter issues a loan decision. And more often than not, it's an approval. There might still be a few outstanding items that have to be taken care of before the loan is fully cleared to close. But at this point, you're well on your way to owning a home. Once the mortgage is approved and cleared to close, you can move on to closing. That's where lots of legal documents are signed and you finally buy the house. One company usually takes care of all of the transfer details, and that's the title company. When the last documents are signed and the keys are handed over, the loan is closed. And once that's all done, you can move in and enjoy your home. So that's it. We've looked at the definition of a mortgage, some mortgage terms, the process, closing costs, and the closing. There are a lot of other details along the way, like inspections, insurance, negotiations, some packing, and hopefully no sleepless nights. But those are the basics that we just discussed. If you want to know more about mortgages and what it takes to get pre-approved, you should watch this video right here. And if you're ready to be pre-approved now for a mortgage, just reach out. I'd be happy to help you.